What's good, accent boy? You're back with another video. And if you're new to the channel, do me a quick favor, like, comment, and subscribe. But shout out to everyone who been subbing to the channel, man, and also watching the video, even if it's a little minute of the clip. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it, man. But anyways, we got a sad video that I want to react to. Here we have a video where a young man from ATL reportedly lost his life due to the hands of some evil dudes. And it was reportedly that this dude was out of town visiting, was in town visiting his family members, where he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time and got executed by two dudes while he was in his car. Personally, I feel like there's more to the story because the news was just saying that he was just out of town, and they they're just not gonna kill you just for no reason, just like that. Even though you have people like that who kill you just like that, but I feel like there's more to the story. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let the news chop it up, and then we're gonna come back and react.
Out of Pasadena, where police are on the hunt this evening for two men they say gunned down a 26-year-old father on Christmas Eve. This happened in the middle of the afternoon at the Bayou Willow Apartments there in Pasadena, and that's where we find ABC 13's Luke Jones with more information on the latest in the investigation and what people there are saying. Luke.
Yeah, the victim identified as 26-year-old Chaz Williams. Some of his friends and an ex-girlfriend are actually out here right now for a vigil. And if we move closer in, you can still see some of those candles. Just a few minutes ago, they released some balloons in his memory. Now, we're told Williams most recently lived in Atlanta, but was in Houston this week to visit his father for Christmas. Now, we do want to note his father doesn't live here at the apartment complex. And so far, none of the people we've spoken to understand what he was doing here. All we know from police, he was in a car parked here at the back of the parking lot where two men shot him multiple times. He had gunshot wounds in his neck, his head, and his torso, according to the medical examiner. We actually have some video from a witness showing those two men fleeing the crime scene and then running out towards Young Elementary where they parked their getaway car. Williams' mother tells us he leaves behind a 7-year-old daughter.
Now she doesn't have a father to go on daughter dates with, to say for Father's Day, for her birthday, to be there when she gets married, or to be there for her kids.
And we want you to take another look at that video of those suspects fleeing the scene, and also their vehicle, described as a dark blue Nissan Altima SV. At this point, if you have any information for detectives that may help solve this case, call Pasadena Police. Live in Pasadena, Luke Jones, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, viewers and subscribers. Sad situation here where a young man lost his life. And to be honest, thinking about it, I feel like there's more to the story that the news is not covering. And as a parent, you never want to get that call saying you lost a child. And as you heard, he was just out of town visiting his other family members. And he was basically at an apartment complex. And basically, two guys shot him. And he also got shot in the head. And you can't tell me you just left from ATL to Pasadena, Texas, not California, and was just parked at some apartment complex and some guy shot you. Yes, it could have been mistake identity, you know what I mean? Because many of the time that happen. But in this case, I feel like this young dude probably was in something and he got caught up, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people who are in the streets, they never forgot. No matter what you do, might turn your life around, but the streets never forgot. You know what I mean? And it's just sad. This lady, I was watching the news, she was saying that she got the news when she was at home, and she just started crying. And I feel for her, you know what I mean? Because no parent should go through that. And knowing that he was out, as I said, to visit family, make it more worse. But as I said, I feel like there's more to the story because you can't just leave our town and just got shot just like that. And I feel like a lot of the time, parents, we know our kids are bad. Are they in the streets? Are they do something? And many of the time, we just don't want to admit it. Like many of the time, you will watch news or hear from people say, "Oh, my kid is a good kid. My kid is never in any trouble whatsoever." But at the end of the day, you're not the one around your kid 24/7 when your kid is out there on the street. No, you don't know what your kid is out there do, what type of enemy he or she is making, what they are doing to make that enemy, or you don't know what type of friends that they hang out with. And as you know, if they can't get to the friend, they get to you. You know what I mean? And as parents, some of the time we just have to be honest with ourselves and look at it like my kid was a bad kid. He or she was a bad kid. And even though this happened to him or her, I could understand. And it is our, how should I say, it is our responsibility as a parent to let our kids know, like, hey, there's nothing out there in the streets, or stay away from bad company, because at the end of the day, we know where that leads to. If it's not in prison, is in the grave. You know what I mean? And it's sad when you as also as a parent and you're trying to teach your kids right from wrong. And many of the time, these kids, they don't take the lesson that these parents give them, and it just go, the advice that the parents give to them, it just goes to one ears and through the next. So most of the time you can't even wrong the parents, because these kids these days, they don't even listen to the advice of grown people. So it's sad. And what's so sad, he also had a kid. So now that kid have to grow up without a father figure, you know what I mean? And just to look at it like, as I said, the street never forgot. And the way these dudes did this, it feel like it was something personal. And I hope they get these two dudes, because a mother is grieving and also a child is also grieving and lost her father. And this is why it's very important to have those conversations with your kid, and also let them know, as I said, stay out of the streets, stay out of trouble. and and also there's so much we as parents could do, but many of the times we know it doesn't go the way we want it as parents when it comes to our kid. Sad situation. Hope the mom get justice, and hope the police officers catch these dudes and put them in jail for the rest of their life. So people, just let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe.